Good evening. The Dolores Brown County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program for February 27th, 2019. Our camera person tonight is Devin. Video and sound engineer and producer is yours truly. Prompter and teleprompter will be Myra. News anchors are Austin and Daniel. Our meteorologist tonight is Hannah. This is your news director, Lynn. And now the news.
Potato-based diet.
What? We're on?
You got like a potato in your anus?
Oh. Welcome to the DCTV 4-H Kids Evening News Show. Help us keep our news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. You can buy a sponsorship by calling 970-677-4119. Now for the news. Hi, I'm Austin, and our first story is from the Denver Post. America's CBD cannabis boom. Brenzen claims fake products regulatory scrutiny got... Scrutiny? That's what I said, scrutiny. Would you quit? Got arthritis, dry skin, menstrual cramps, trouble sleeping or feeling stressed? The CBD industry claims it has the cure for you. Shut up. Such as assertions are becoming increasingly common and brazen. While CBD is generally believed to be safe, scant research has been conducted on the medical and health benefits because cannabis has long been prohibited at the federal level. The only clinically proven remedy is a treatment for two rare forms of childhood epilepsy. All other claims are anecdotal. Now, regulators are starting to pay closer attention. Earlier this month, New York health officials ordered bakeries and restaurants to stop adding cannabidiol, the formula for CBD, to beverages and food. In December, the Food and Drug Administration made it clear that it's illegal to market CBD products as dietary supplements. Nobody's been allowed to do the research for all these years, so it's big open space where companies can say things without the data to back it up, said Kent Hutchinson, co-director of the University of Colorado Boulder's CU Change Lab. CBD has been sold online for years, mostly to people already familiar with THC, the psychoactive sibling that gets you high. More recently, the legalization of marijuana in several states and the boom in so-called wellness productions have pushed CBD into the mainstream. Stuff doesn't come cheap. A bottle of oil with 1,500 milligrams of full-spectrum hemp oil sells for $160 on the new website Standard Dose, while a container of 7th Sense eucalyptus spearmint body lotion made by the cannabis from Green Growth Brands with 75 milligrams of CBD retails for $16.50. A California company sells bags of 4 CBD macaroons for $20, and in Arizona, 1 fluid ounce containing 19 milligrams of CBD is $99. The growing demand for CBD dovetails with Americans' long-standing appetite for superfoods and ingredients that promote wellness in a divided and anxious nation. Many people are willing to try products that claim to ease insomnia and stress. CBD is following a pain already traveled by turmeric, acai berries, ginkgo biloba, and so on. People tell each other the stuff, word travels, and the cash registers keep ringing. The story's from the Durango Herald, now Little Lion Man.
It's time to start thinking about the potential risks of flooding from spring runoff on the 416 fire burn scar. This winter snow has been a welcome sight to drought-stricken southwest Colorado as a As of Tuesday, the Animas, Dolores, San Juan, and San Miguel basins were at 125% of normal historic averages, but with all that snow coming comes with the risk of flooding, and debris flows into home structures and roads adjacent to the 416 fire burn scar. Last July and September, heavy rains brought devastating flooding to homes north of Durango in and around Hermosa. Lindsay Hansen with the U.S. Forest Service told a crowd of about 60 at the Animas Valley Grange on Tuesday night that there are steps to take to help mitigate the impacts mitigate of the 416 fire, but it's tricky when it comes to protecting private property. The Forest Service is tasked with repairing trails, managing invasive plants, removing down bridges, and cleaning out sediment ponds, among other measures needed in response to a wildland fire. But placing diversions above homes to protect them from flooding hasn't proved effective from stopping debris coming down. It's a hard answer to give. That's that we can't just stop it from happening, Hansen said. But the way our topography is, that's the situation. Soils burned in the fire now no longer have the ability to hold water. So when it rains or snow melts, a torrent of debris, mud, and ash can form and be devastating to anything in its path. But there are encouraging aspects about the 416 fire. According to the Forest Service, only 3% of the estimated 54,000 acre fire burned at a high severity, which means there's less of an area that could cause problems to property and water quality. Areas that didn't experience extreme burn temperatures are better able to recover with vegetation which stabilizes the soil. Also, the upper reaches of Hermosa Creek were spared in the fire, giving aquatic life a better chance to rebound. Scott Roberts, an aquatic ecologist from Mountain Studies Institute, said studies of wildfires across the country have shown waterways recover within 1 to 10 years, with 3 to 5 years being the average. This works from the Cortez Journal with Little Green Lion.
Winter snowpack is strong in the Dolores River Basin. Basin snowfall as of February 27th is at 114% of average. According to SNOTEL data with the Natural Resource Conservation Service, SNOTELs are devices placed in various locations in different elevations to give water managers a sense of how much runoff will flow into the McPhee Reservoir. For mountains that drain into the Dolores River, the SNOTELs are located at El Diente Peak, Lizard Head Pass, Lone Cone, Scotch Creek, and Shark's Tooth. Dam releases on the Dolores River below the dam are at 28 cubic feet per second. Releases will ramp up to 35 CFS at the end of February, then 40 CFS in mid-March. Runoff predictions by the Colorado Basin River Forecast Center for the Dolores River are approaching the historical average. However, it is still highly unlikely that there will be a whitewater boating release below McPhee Dam in 2019. According to the Dolores Water Conservancy District, this attribute to the extremely low carryover in McPhee coming out of the 2018 shortage. In April, preliminary downstream release projections will be available. Total snowfall for Cortez for the winter season, November through February, is at 44.8 inches or 124% of average snowfall of 36 inches, said Jim Andrus, a Cortez meteorologist and observer for the National Weather Service. This story is from the Cortez Journal, now with Little Lion.
The San Juan National Forest is seeking public comment on a proposed logging and forest restoration project northwest of Dolores and east of Dove Creek. The draft environmental assignment for the Lone Pine Vegetation Project details a plan across 62,000 acres that combines commercial ponderosa logging, timber, and understory thinning, prescribed fire, and reseeding to encourage a more healthy and resilient forest. Reducing ponderosa stand density and promoting more diverse age classification are the goals, said Forester David Casey. Thinning the forest is expected to lessen a growing epidemic of the roundhead pine beetle. By 2018, the area of dead or dying trees is the area from the beetle grew to 27,000 acres, a 59% increase from 2017. Forest structure in the area is predominantly mature, even-aged, and dense stock ponderosa pine stands with a closed canopy. The dense monotype conditions increase susceptibility to insect infestation or wildfire events, provide less habitat diversity for wildlife, and lower forest resiliency, according to the study. The project would support a more natural mosaic of vegetation, including areas with bare soil or scarce depth that are ideal conditions for new tree seeding establishment. The plan also addresses safety concerns by reducing the amount of dead or dying timber that contribute to wildfire, fuel accumulations, and snag and falling tree hazards. The hope is to create a more natural ponderosa ecosystem that features a variety of grasses, forbs, and shrubs in the understory, which maintains moisture and soil stability and provides better wildlife habitat. About 30,000 acres would be opened up to commercial logging, Casey said, but a selective approach will be used, not clear cutting. Specific substantive comments can be submitted via email to comments Rocky Mountain San Juan Mancos Dolores at FS Fed US with Lone Pine Vegetation Project in the subline or mail or hand delivery to Dolores Ranger District. Attention, Lone Pine Vegetation Project, 29 to 11 Colorado Highway 184, Dolores, Colorado 81321, or fax to 970-882-6841.
Our dumb laws segment are laws that are still in the books in many towns, cities, and states. Dumb laws in Pennsylvania cities. Dumb laws in Pennsylvania cities. In Melville, one may not shoot any dog that is found wandering the streets. The sale of alcohol is prohibited. In Morrisville, it is required that women have a permit to wear cosmetics. In Newtown, every outlet or switch that is installed requires an electrical inspection fee of $1.33. In Pittsburgh, it is illegal to bring a donkey or a mule into a trolley car. No one is allowed to sleep on a refrigerator. In Ridley Park, you cannot walk backwards while eating peanuts in front of a Barnstormers auditorium during a performance. In I don't know. Horses are not to be tied to parking meters. Now our weather report with me. Our current weather data comes from the DCTV weather station located in the beautiful downtown Duff Creek. The current temperature is 43 degrees. The high for today was 44 degrees. Low 29 degrees. The barometer is at 30.13 inches and is falling. Humidity is at 63%. Wind is between 1 miles per hour and 5 miles per hour. Gusts have been up to 14 miles per hour. There was hundredths of an inch of moisture melted today in the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 6/100 of an inch. Moisture accumulation for the year is 26/100 of an inch. Now for the big map, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Washington has mainly snow, but in Oregon into California it turns into rain mixed with snow, which runs into Idaho and Utah. Snow takes over in central Washington and extends into South Dakota and Nebraska. More snow is falling in Wyoming and north central Colorado. The Great Lakes are still getting snow. From New York into Maine and south into New Jersey, there is snow. Rain and snow starts in Texas and ends in Missouri. Rain follows the mixed snow and rain. The pink shaded area indicates the possibility of freezing rain, mostly in South Missouri. More rain mixed with snow is found in West Virginia into Kentucky and Virginia. Rain is falling in Tennessee and West North Carolina. Rain and with thunderstorms begins in Texas again and follows the Gulf Coast states into the Florida Panhandle. The same combination of rain and thunderstorms follows the Atlantic side of Florida and the southern tip. Here is our exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Thursday, mostly cloudy, high 44, low 29. Friday, mostly cloudy, high 44, low 28. Saturday, snow showers likely, high 42, low 32. Sunday, chance of rain / snow, high 43, low 28. And then Monday, sunny, high 42, low 22. We present you with a snow total report, which is the amount of snowpack in the mountains across the state. We hope it will be helpful for our farmers and our skiers. Statewide, the snowpack is at 115% of normal. Here in the Southwest, we only have 125% of normal. Now for the climate change report, CO2 carbon dioxide is considered a greenhouse gas and is one of the principal causes of climate change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability. This results in significant variations worldwide of moisture, hot and cold temperatures, but the general climate trend is the planet is slowly warming. Therefore, it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. Last week, 410.98. 2 weeks ago, 412.41. Last year, 408.45. 10 years ago, 387.61. 50 years ago, 325.64. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz, the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth Network for providing this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on air by buying a sponsorship. To become a sponsor, just call 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
That's it. That's the end of today's DCTV 4-H news program. This is your news director, Lynn. Good night, and thank you for watching.